Welcome back to a Chandler's Channel. I'm Tracy, your host, and today's session is our intuitive weekly vlog, and the topic is on the winter blues. Now, in my previous reading, I had stated that it would be on plagiarism, but it is winter, and I'm finding that there are a lot of people who are down and depressed. And so a lot of the reason why I came up with my channel is because I wanted to be able to put very timely videos up to help people through. And so that's why I've chosen to do the winter blues today. So I apologize to any of you who are looking for the plagiarism. But as Whitehawk says, you must skate in the season that is meant to skate. And so winter blues are very apropos for the winter season. And plagiarism, well, that can be done at any point in time. Okay, so that's my rant on that. The last vlog we did was our intuitive monthly reading for January 2014. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to that, I will put the link in the description box down below or at the end of this video. So if you're on mobile, you'll have to go to the description box, but if you're on a computer or laptop, then you will get it. If I place it, you will get it on the screen. You'll see it and you can click on it. But in the January 2014 reading, Whitehawk was quite disappointed with us because change occurs from within, from us, and we have to begin to be the change. And the fact that we just became followers again, and you know, we gave in to the consumerism and the materialism of the season as opposed to the reason for the season. And so we didn't perhaps maybe spend a moment in prayer and pay homage to where it came from. And in regards to that monthly reading, he was fed up, and I had stated in that reading that that could be metaphorical, and that somewhere in your life, you yourself or someone around you might become very much fed up and ready for a change in their world. So watch for that, because we're only mid-January, so you still have a few weeks for that to happen. And as I always say, channeling is not an exact science, so it could have began in December and it can still head on into February. So have a listen to that. All right, so the winter blues. Well, you know, we all know it as depression and being sad, and there's another disorder called the seasonal affective disorder, SAD, which is no coincidence that it is an acronym of SAD, having to do with people that are very much affected by the lack of light that we receive in the northern hemisphere during our winter, and probably in the southern hemisphere as well. I don't know, I've never been there during winter, but we can assume, or we can go and research that. Also for us, it's to do with the cold here in Ottawa. It gets very chilly, minus 30 to, you know, up to minus 40 once or twice, you know, and so you get trapped indoors. That can be very depressing because there's not a lot of joy in going outside in minus and 35 degree weather. As much as we try and we do our best, it's not like you can get out there every day. And so you have the light, you have the cold, you have the dry air that's inside, the stagnant air that's inside that can create colds and flus and so on and so forth. So it can be a very challenging season to get out, especially if Mother Nature is not, well, I'll say not being on her best behavior, but she probably doesn't agree with me. She's just giving to us what we're feeling back. So it's kind of a to and fro. And if you want to know what I talk about when I say that, listen to my natural disaster vlog about how we affect Mother Earth as much as she affects us. It's a really interesting take on that. Okay, so let's go get some divine guidance and see what Whitehawk has to say regarding the winter blues. Indeed. What can I say about the winter blues that possibly has not been said before? But that indeed we must skate within the season we are presented. And so if you are presented the winter season, then you must learn to skate in that season. And no one's saying it is going to be easy or has to be easy or is even easy, but simply that we must skate in that season. And so for most of you who are very sensitive to weather patterns and changes, this will come no surprise to you that indeed you are more sensitive to this than others. And therefore it deeply affects you more than others. And henceforth we then come up with these names or disorders such as this one as spoken of, such as seasonal affective disorder and depression. So then therein lies the question, how does one skate in this season they are meant to skate? Well, there's no doubt you must go through it regardless to get to the other side, known as spring in this case, but you cannot be looking forward all the time. You must stay in your present day. And therein lies the trick to it all, my friends, is to simply stay in your day. Do not get outside of your day by thinking to March, to May. Simply stay in your day, and you will find a way to get out and to play and to enjoy the weather in your season. For if you look too far ahead, it will certainly get out of control, out of power, for you will wonder how you will ever make it through. But if you take it down to its lowest common denominator by just staying in the day, you'll find it much easier to navigate the waters of your season. So don't dismay, my friends, when you don't get out to play in the day. Simply know there will be a time and a day, perhaps not today, that you will get out to play. But stay in your day, my friends. Stay in your day. We're like, that's it? That's it? It's that easy? Yes, it is that easy. For too many of you get too ahead of yourself, that you can't even see the day in front of you. But if you simply stay in that day, it will pay. That is all, my friends. Be blessed. Be blessed in your day. That you stay and play. Know there are better days ahead, but stay in this day. God bless. Thank you. And you know, it's funny because we wanted him to stay. We wanted him to give us more because we were so like, what do you mean? Like, that's it? Just stay in your day. That'll beat the winter blues. And he's simply saying, yeah, that's it. So I guess it kind of comes back down to the quote, you know, one day at a time. I guess if you bring it back to one day at a time and stay in the present, for the present is your present, we can make it easier that way. So we're all in it together. So stay in your day and play. Isn't that what he was saying? I'll have to go back and listen to it now to get that rhyme and reason going. I will share something very interesting with you. You know, when we speak of spirit and how they can affect electronics and the way that they can affect the world around us. They can't come through walls and stuff like that, but they can affect the electricity. So previous to this, I had done a reading for Winter Blues. I had done it, and it was lengthy, and I was grumbling because, I'd have to upload it and it would take longer. And I had listened to it back. I always listen to it back. And I went to post it, and it wasn't there. And I didn't delete it, and I know that it recorded because I listened to it back, right? And I was like, what? What? I couldn't believe it, right? And I was like, oh, they must have taken it away and didn't want me to post it because it did have a bit of a personal message, and it did have a personal effect on me. So I was thinking, oh, that was Whitehawk's way of getting a hold of me to speak with me, because I don't speak with him really on a daily basis, right? I mean, I really should. Sorry, Whitehawk. To journal with him. I can get a daily message for myself, but I don't jump into spirit all the time. I do have little conversations with him, but when I sit down to do these vlogs and readings for you, that is probably when he'll get me mostly. He knows he's going to get me on Thursday when I'm gonna record. So he was probably taking that opportunity to give me the healing message that I needed to hear. So that's how spirit works. It is fascinating and it is mysterious. And in last week's Intuitive Weekly Reading, he spoke of joy and abundance being in the mystical, being in the mysterious, and look for your joy and all that in the unusual place. So I guess for me, this was where the joy and abundance came through in an unusual and mystical place, because it was a very powerful message. And so I guess it was just meant for me. So sorry, guys. But this was just as great a message, and we'll get more of Whitehawk on Sundays for our weekly intuitive reading for the week ahead, to give you teachings, healings, guidance, and insight to help you through. And this is our this is our giveaway. And so, dun, 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 I will announce the winners to themselves in their inbox, and I will post the winners' names up here as well, somewhere, if not at the very end, somewhere, and we will contact each other, and I'll be able to provide you with a reading that I'm very much looking forward to doing. Okay, so join us on Sundays. Subscribe, like, comment, share. God bless, and we will see you back here again. I'm Tracy for a Chandler's Channel.